All right, welcome Bourbon Quest. We got Bourbon Steve here, your good-looking host,
and
then this guy, George.
Jorge, George.
Yeah.
Welcome everyone.
He's becoming quite a regular here.
Well,
I mean,
it's cheaper than going to the bar.
Oh hell yeah! But it is cheaper. But I will let you know, we have 6 bottles of Booker's. We're going to be doing Booker's. We'll go over the batch, blind tasting.
Now, first of all, let me ask you a question. Today we're gonna do something semi-organized, not like last night.
We're gonna try.
Where you're
liable to go off the rails at any moment.
Oh Jesus Christ Almighty! All right, well,
so we're doing Booker's, and
tell me about Booker's.
Booker's Jim Beam. So Booker is the legendary. I think
Jim Beam. I love him.
He's like the 5th generation of Jim Beam, but Booker, really, I mean, other than James Beam, the founder, really put Jim Beam on the map. I would say Booker, he's in the Whiskey Hall of Fame. He's a legendary. Look at the guy on the back of the box. I mean, you guys can't see it. We'll show it to you in a minute. But sitting in his rocking chair, a big fella like yourself, George. Just
where's the rockers?
Right there. Look. See.
No, I know, but where's the rockers here? As you can see, I don't know if you guys can see that or not.
But anyways, so we're gonna do Booker's. We'll go over what batches we have in front of us. But like you said, it is cheaper than going to the bar. But I will say, I pretty much paid right at $100 for each of these bottles. So we do have $600 worth of whiskey, theoretically. In front of us. So,
well, I feel.
And these are no particular orders. We've mixed up the glasses, and we'll go through them. But we're gonna start with I told you I got in my Bourbon Quest in March of 2020. So the first Booker's I was able to pick up was the 2019-04 batch Beatin Bisquits. I really tried to get the one prior to that, the 2019-03.
Beatin Bisquits?
Beatin Bisquits.
Do they put beets and biscuits in it?
No,
or is that one of the flavors?
Biscuits. So the one prior to this was the 2019-03, which I never was able to acquire, and I heard was probably one of the best ones, at least in recent years, and that was called Country Ham. So any of our subscribers or listeners that still have a Country Ham and would be generous enough to send me like a 1 or 2 ounce sample, I'll trade you something for it, because I've never had the Country Ham. Heard great things about it. But we do have Beatin Biscuits. And then, of course, the year that we all want to forget, 2020, we start off 01 with Granny's batch. And I'd already had these 2 open prior to George getting here. These next 4 I had not opened prior to today. That's why I still have the boxes out here. I have already opened them. I have already poured them into our famous Infinity bottle. But,
these are very nice, actually. I like the packaging.
So the 2020-02 is Boston's batch. So I'm going to go ahead and pull them out of the boxes here. And then followed up from that, we have the 2020-03. This is called the Pigskin batch. And by the way, NFL football kicks off tomorrow night. So I'll be interested to having a little bit of pigskin batch to kick off the football season. How about that, George?
I am looking forward to the football season.
Oh yeah.
Finally.
And week 1, whatever, everybody's full of optimism, and then we'll see what happens from there.
Go Titans.
And then we got, normally there's 4 batches every year, but in 2020, that year sucked all the way around. And even for Booker's, from the standpoint of they only released 3 batches because they didn't have a 4th one that lived up to the Booker standard. So we get through. We only have 3 batches for 2020, and then we kick off 2021, and we start off with Donahoe's batch.
Well, this year,
and this is the latest one, the 2021-02, the Tagalong batch.
Hey, so are they going to do 4 batches this year? Or
the plans are. Typically they do. It was just that
because of COVID last year and everything else.
They didn't have anything that lived up to to put Booker's name on it. And Little Book wasn't gonna
Little Book? Who's Little Book?
That's a grandson.
So Little Book makes the booze now?
Little Book, yeah.
So Big Book is gone.
So you got Big Book. Booker is gone. He left us a few years ago, and then his son Fred No is still, I guess, technically the master distiller, and then his son Freddie No who they call Little Book after his granddad.
So he's the grandson. All right,
He's the 7th or 8th generation.
Well, let's get to the
Let's
tasting.
get to it. That's what we're here for.
That's what we're here for.
So,
and we're trying to move these segments along. I try to keep them moving.
Yeah, that's
because,
hard.
I mean, you know, after an hour and he gets a few of these in them, you folks have seen what happened.
yeah.
Anyways,
But these are in no particular order, and we're going to taste them.
you have your piece of paper and your
I got
pen,
my
and
paper.
you've got it all written down before you get started, right? Okay.
This has got sweet cherry, vanilla, oak, spice. That's got a good nose on it. And I've only had these two before because these other four are brand new opens.
No, which one?
And I will tell you, I didn't go over this, but I want to see real quick. Let's see. This is 126 proof.
Jesus Christ. You run a damn car on that. Are you kidding me?
126.4.
You ever run out of gas, you could just put that in your tank.
126.5. 127.3. They just keep going up.
Lord have mercy.
Oh, this one went back down. 125.3.
Are you sure that's...
And 127.9. So these are all between.
Is that octane level,
yeah.
or is that...
So mine's got that sweet cherry, vanilla spice. Alright, I'm going in for a taste on this first one and see what we got here.
My first one, I feel it's...
Ooh, that drink's hot. It's got black pepper, cherry. That gal's got some heat on her. Whew. But yeah, I feel that big Kentucky hug right there. Get that cherry and that oak.
you can.
You can taste the proof on these babies,
Boy,
or at least on that first one.
Oh, you ain't kidding. You could run farm equipment on this shit. I don't know why, but...
All right, I'm gonna go in for, that was the first taste, so it definitely, get my palate used to these proof points, because that gal got some heat on her. All right, get a little bit more of the flavor now that my palate's, sweet cherry, oak, vanilla. The second sip was better. That first sip was just all
I think
alcohol.
for me, the first sip on
But
this
look at
one,
the legs on that thing.
Yeah,
I mean, the legs
it's-
are just hanging on that baby. Look at that.
Yeah,
I don't know if you can see there on the camera or
I mean,
not, but those
but yeah.
legs are just
look at that.
sticking to the glass. I mean, it's got that nice mouthfeel, that oily viscosity, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Are you sure
Really
it's not
nice.
octane level? Wow, that one has got a bite to
This
it.
is
My
good.
second one here.
I can't take more than 3 sips on each one of these. I'll be drunk.
Really? Really?
Oh yeah, but cherry, vanilla, oak, it's nice. Whew. All right, that's number one. Let's see where we go from here.
Now my third, this one's a little bit on the sweeter
Are
side.
you
I
still
like-
on your first one?
No, I'm on my third one. I'm keeping up with you.
I've not even got to my second one.
Oh well, I want to get this shit done. So let's go.
Well, enjoy it. Don't just.
Oh, I am trying to
So
enjoy it.
this
Wow,
one's-
that's got a lot of bite to it. I
This
mean,
has got a nose.
you can tell the hit on it. I mean,
I smell the ethanol, but more
the
cherry.
ethanol.
I don't know. The nose is not as good quite on this one as the first one, in my opinion. A little bit more subtle. Good, bourbon smell to it though. But let's go in for the taste. George has, got shit to do probably.
Okay, so I'm gonna rank these like I did last night.
That's got a lot more.
I'm gonna put
a lot more black pepper
It does.
and spice. We're
They
not
seem-
necessarily drinking the same thing.
No, I know that, but I mean, a lot of them taste very similar.
Well, yeah.
Well, and
I mean, they're all right there, 126 to 128 proof.
like I said, I'm gonna have a little.
I don't know. I'm not. This one's. I guess, especially coming off that first one. The first one just had more complexity on the nose, more on the palate. This one's a little bit more subdued, a little more simple. Definitely still has the ethanol.
Man,
Yeah, I'm willing. That
one there has got. I mean, this has got a bite to it. I mean,
I'm
now
going in for the third. All right, the third one I have here in front of me. Man, I can tell you though, that first one, man, it had the legs for days. Now the nose on this is very sweet, caramel, butterscotch, vanilla. Definitely butterscotch and vanilla.
It smells like whiskey to me.
Yeah, they all, I mean, that's what they are.
Are you sure? Jesus.
Now that, very sweet. Definitely, I mean, this is like Werther's butterscotch candy.
I think I've
right
got
here.
the same one. Okay, here's my
This is
ranking.
like vanilla, but that butterscotch, good Kentucky
All right.
hug. I love that hug.
I could make a dozen comments about that, but
I know. And I'm 3 in. You're already looking a little cuter.
well, I don't know. If I put this thing in my tank, good Lord have mercy. Woo.
But this is, man, the nose is good.
They're all pretty bitter. They're all pretty bitter. They've got a
Man,
lot.
if you
I mean,
like whatever this third one is, if you like butterscotch and creme brulee and vanilla, that's oh, and look at the legs on her. I mean, again, good legs. The second one didn't have the legs like the first two do. So I may have to go back and compare those again. But
well,
right now,
I like I like the Bim
1,
Jean.
3, that one last.
All right, so here's my ranking. Right there it is.
You've already finished?
Yeah.
it?
Well, I mean, what the fuck am I supposed to do? I mean, these are
You're
126.
supposed to sip them.
Well, I know that, but they're 126 or 130 degrees.
All right, I'm on to my fourth. So
octane. I mean, are you kidding
shut
me?
your trap and
Let's go.
So
Woo.
I don't know why you always in a hurry.
Excuse me,
Whiskey's
ladies
meant
and
to be-
gentlemen. Oh my God, that's
whiskey-
just.
Whiskey and bourbon is meant to be like, sipped and enjoyed and take the time to, experience it. Spend some time.
There's
with
only
it.
I've experienced
You don't
it.
just bam bam and done.
No, I'm sorry, but you know what?
Like you're
I have to
saying.
tell.
I mean, you gotta spend a little time. A little foreplay, a little nose.
Jeez. I try to talk to you about family programming, something enjoyable for everybody.
Yeah, I put on
And you
YouTube. This
just-
is not for kids.
Well, I mean,
So let me talk about the nose here a minute.
yeah, go ahead. You talk about your nose.
I mean, the nose so far, the third one's the best. This one's a little bit more spice. I mean, caramel, definitely more oak. And all these, I think, are right around 6-7 years. I'll have to look at those in a minute.
Here,
All right, I'm going in for a taste.
You go in for a taste there. A little Bim Jean.
Yeah. A little bit more jagged edges, a little bit more harsh.
They're all jagged. I mean, they've all got a bitter flavor to
No,
them.
I didn't. That third one was smooth. This one's got a little bit more
Well, here's
jagged edges.
My top to bottom.
All right, one more sip.
Yeah, get another sippy poo.
I still think it's better than that third one. I'm still gonna go 1, 3, 4. All right. So I'm
So I'm
gonna
gonna look
go.
this up.
All right, I gotta go on to my fifth one because George is impatient. Oh, by the way, I got something we need to do before you leave.
I ain't told you I'm not doing that stuff. Don't ever ask me again.
Oh my God, it's whiskey related. Now this, oh my gosh, this was good. This has got, again, that butterscotch, caramel, heavy vanilla, creme brulee. This is, oh my God, I could nose this all day. Nose that too, you know what I'm saying?
Alrighty, folks.
Well, I'm not going to announce it right now, but there's an upcoming
No, I've told you. Just
there's an upcoming
no, stop.
announcement
No.
that we will make.
There's not going to be no announcement.
No, there's an announcement. You won't be here for that. There will be an announcement in probably the next couple weeks
Really?
related to a concert
Here we go.
on November the 12th in Knoxville, Tennessee.
All right, so
No. This is a tease. We're not announcing tonight, but there will be a giveaway of sorts related to a concert in Knoxville, Tennessee at Thompson Bowl Arena. Featuring...
Why don't you just say it?
No,
you've already given it away.
No, I haven't. I haven't
bullshit.
given the details, but it will be November the 12th.
Okay, here we go.
Knoxville, Tennessee.
Give the date and where it's
Thompson Bowling Arena featuring Eric Church.
Oh, I thought I thought the circus was coming into town.
No, the circus is already coming into town.
I don't think so. I don't work for them. You do.
You're the circus, my friend.
Well, no, I'm a.
So no, the nose on this is. I can't wait to taste this if George shut his trap a minute. But this is like creme brulee, butterscotch, Werther's candy. Oh man, I nose this all day. Well, and November the 12th, you know. Anyways, let's go for a taste.
Why don't you just tell them what it's for? Seriously, why don't you just tell them what it's for?
Yeah, that's.
You give the date, the place.
That's butterscotch, Werther's candy, vanilla, creme brulee. This is delicious.
I wonder if that's the same one that I like to pick my.
So, I'm gonna. This is leader of the pack. So I'm going. 5, 1.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Here we
All right.
go.
Last one. Mr. Patient. Stay hydrated, my friends.
Which he never follows his own advice.
Well, you know, I'm a better preacher than Fowler. Speaking of which, did you know that my grandfather was a Baptist minister for like 48 years? Yeah, Eli Henry. Good man.
Is he still alive?
No, he died like in early 90s.
You need to go to church, boy. You need to go to church.
But he was one of these Southern Baptists.
Would he have
held
down on this?
Yes, because
his alcohol the devil?
Not as much, more so my grandmother than him. My grandmother, teetotaler, like she would not. Of course, this is back in the 80s, early 90s. 80s, early 90s. Like my grandmother, my dad's mother, Mamie and Eli. Well, technically, I'm going to tell the story. So Mamie, my dad's mother, she was married to a man named Orville, and Orville died like
Redenbacher?
No, he died like when he was 40.
He Redenbacher?
He died when he was like 45. My dad was like 13 or something when Orville died, which was my dad's father. So I never met Orville, obviously. So 4 or 5 years later, Mamie marries this gentleman, Eli Henry.
The preacher.
Yeah. Well, he wasn't a preacher at the time.
Elijah. He married Elijah.
He wasn't a preacher at the time. She married Eli, and Eli, I think back in his day, was kind of a hellraiser like I am. And obviously my dad was. Mm-hmm. But then he found the Lord, you know, whatever, when his early to mid 40s, and became he started his ministry like when he was 45.
Nice.
And did it for like 48 years. Like he was like 93 when he died.
Wow.
So, but he was a Baptist. So up until he was 45, he was a heathen and a sinner like me.
You know the difference between a Baptist and a Presbyterian?
One talks about their liquor and the other one hides it.
Well, no. One will go in your cooler and drink on your beer. Or the Baptist go in the beer, your cooler, drink on your beer. I tell you, where Presbyterian will share their beer with you.
Yeah, but no, Eli was cool. Eli was, now when he was in the pulpit, he was pounding that pulpit and you're going to hell, and he had that old praise the Lord, and if you don't come to the Lord, you're going to hell. That was my grandfather. Scared the shit out of me when I was a kid. But
obviously it didn't work.
But outside of the pulpit, the sweetest, gentlest man I ever knew. Salt of the earth. But my grandmother, God love her, she was a bitch.
Well, let's move on to the tasting. All right, I'm ready to go.
I like store. You ready to go? You just got here.
No, I'm ready to go with my tasting here. Let's get this shit on.
All right.
I'm trying to keep it to 15 minutes. Come on, click, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Let's go. People don't want to watch us for an hour.
We're not on TikTok. We're on YouTube.
Oh Jesus, good Lord, have mercy. Come on.
All right,
contain it. Tell the story. Move on.
You won't let me tell the story.
Well, you're fucking sitting here like. Tell us about a preacher Eli. God bless him.
I'm gonna go back to the story after I finish this last whiskey.
Well, then you can tell it after I leave.
So this is sweet. Again, a little bit more jagged.
They're all jagged. I mean, Jesus Christ, I'm sitting here sweating. I mean, is that what this is supposed to do?
No, the palate's good. That is 100%
How could Booker, what is his name, Booker?
So I'm gonna go.
How could old Mr. Booker get anything done drinking this shit?
So I'm gonna go because George is hurrying me up. I'm gonna go 1.
All right. Just get the rating over and get into stories. Yeah. Are you sure?
3.
You got your paper?
4, 5, 6. You got yours?
Yeah. So this is my best to worst, and that's opposite side is
I got my best to worst.
Okay.
Right.
So let's do the big reveal.
All right. So the big reveal is.
So what is your first?
I like to go worst to first.
Okay. Worst to first.
So worst for me, which is really what matters.
Oh well. You know how to spell my name, right?
No. Oh, I spelled it with a G instead of a J or A. So anyways.
So your worst is going to be...
My worst is Boston Batch.
Which is this. Correct?
No, that's Pigskin.
No, Boston Batch. I'm sorry, C you said, correct?
Yeah, Boston's Batch right here.
Alright, so that's the worst one.
That's the worst one for me.
So let's see, for me, the worst one is going to be E.
E is...
Right here. This is the...
Donahoe's.
Donahoe's. Now I will take another sippy poo to confirm that.
Alright, so that's my
Man,
worst.
it's just got a heavy, it's just like a heavy wood flavor almost.
Well, I'll go back to that later. So my next to last is B, which is Granny's.
Sorry, Granny, didn't make it.
Granny's Batch.
Did you write down mine? Okay,
yes.
Okay.
What's your second to last?
Second to last is going to be F.
F is Tagalong, really? Okay.
This is it right here, right?
Yeah, what's the proof on that?
It doesn't matter, 185.
Oh, that's the highest proof one.
No wonder, Jesus Christ. I mean, this thing, you could run a damn car on.
So, I did this wrong.
It's bitter, man. I don't care for it. And it's got a lot of, there's like a lot of pepper to it.
Yeah. So, my in fourth place for me is E, which is Donahoe's Batch.
Yes.
So Donahoe's Batch was not a really good one. What was Donahoe's? Which one is it?
Donahoe's E, so this one right here.
Yeah, that was the first release of this year, Donahoe's Batch. So
I need to go back to the drawing board on that one. So my fourth to last is going to be B.
B is Granny's Batch, yeah. So
we both agree on Granny's.
I mean, we're kind of in the same ballpark.
Granny, sorry, I love you, but
so 3. So third place for me is F,
which is
a Tagalong. So I mean, we're not far along.
No,
I mean, we're not far apart.
Granny's Batches. I mean, it's really, really bitter.
What's your third?
My third is going to be C.
C is Boston Batch. Oh, I had that as my last.
So,
but I think our top 2 are going to be pretty much in alignment.
All right. So, yeah, just the Boston Batch.
So my second place is Beatin Biscuits.
Beatin Biscuits?
Yeah.
It should be Meat and Biscuits, right?
Whatever. Beatin Biscuits is my second, or my second place.
And my second place is going to be D.
Pigskin.
Yeah.
So that means my number one is pigskin. Yeah.
And
my number one is pigskin, and your number one is
going to be A.
Which is Beatin Bisquits. So, I mean, we're pretty close. Definitely out of these, pigskin and Beatin Bisquits are the winners. I mean, pigskin was my first.
So tell me,
it was your second.
So let me ask you this question: tell the folks out there what are the price points on average on one of these bottles?
$100.
$100 per bottle
Each bottle.
at most retailers.
At most, I mean, you might get them for 90. Some places 110, 115, but on average, they should be right around that $100 price.
But you know, I am not a big fan of the Booker line.
What?
You know, I've had other.
This is your first time you've had them.
Well, I can tell you, just the burn and the bitterness. I mean, you know, this is to me is. Yeah, I'm trying to learn, folks.
I know these are high proof. So
yeah,
and
I mean,
no. So I know I'm not trying to pick on you, but honestly, like a lot of people that are brand new into whiskey, the high proof stuff you get over 115, 120.
Yeah,
it can be a little off putting. I understand.
Should have put a lighter and see if we could blow up flames.
No,
you know?
but I was the same way. But I think as you continue your bourbon quest along with me.
I mean, first of all, look at this guy. I don't know if folks,
Booker is awesome.
Look at old Booker. Look at him. Drinking this shit that he made. No wonder he was laid out in a damn lawn chair. I mean, look at this guy. He looked like, after making a day of this stuff, I mean,
Booker
honestly,
was a great guy. He's a legend.
Well, he is a legend, and God bless him. But
don't be talking shit about him.
I'm not trying to talk shit about him. I just the higher octane for me. I mean,
well, now Booker, this is the stuff that he saved for, like, you know, greasing the dignitaries and.
Good, no wonder you drink a bottle of this shit with any dignitaries. You're going to get whatever you want from them.
Yeah, but
I mean, you don't even have to go through a whole bottle.
No, but
I mean, just a little dabble, do you?
But he's a But no, I get this. George is a newbie in the whiskey world.
I am,
and granted, a lot of newbies, the high proof, the alcohol content is a little much for them. Most people will start off, you know, between 80 and 90 proof.
Do you have something that with training wheels?
Yeah. You want me to pour you some?
No, I'm good.
I'll pour you some training wheels. So I think
there's a brand of whiskey called Training Wheels.
Yeah.
Get the hell out of here.
No, I'm serious. No, this is true.
Get out of town. No way.
I'm serious. I'm gonna pour you.
No. I'm good. I'm good.
I'm gonna pour. No, this is important because you're a newbie. The high proof shit is, you know.
I've got my old fashioned, just like grandfather used to make.
I'm gonna pour you a training wheel whiskey.
Just give me a little pour. I mean,
I am. Just give me
you can pour this stuff back in the infinity bottle because I'm not gonna.
No, I got you. Hold on. I'm trying to find something that's. All right. This is a fairly. I mean, it's a little bit. Yeah, it's 93 proof. Maybe I should get you something a little less.
You know, it's.
Here we go. All right, here's you an 80 proof pour. Or all right, this one. God damn it.
Says you're here.
All right, so this is the top end of. I'm gonna pour you this. This is a 90 proofer. I mean, this is, 20. Try that.
So this is called Training Wheels.
Yeah.
I mean, is that the name of the whiskey?
Yeah, it's called Training Wheels.
You're serious?
No.
What is the whiskey called?
It's I think it's Old Bardstown. It's a 90 proofer. We were drinking 125.
Yeah, I know that. We're drinking high octane stuff.
So the lowest level bourbon can be, to be called bourbon, is 80 proof. Now here we go. Now I want to hear your funny story.
Anyways, we're coming back from Bristol one year from the 90 races.
Me?
No, this
Okay,
is prior to me knowing.
We already told the appendix story.
Oh yeah, the appendix. Oh God, what a shit show that
Yeah,
was.
it was.
But anyways,
keep telling your story. I gotta check on.
so we were coming down, and I had just bought this new Lincoln Mark 7, and it was a coupe, very beautiful car. Driving it back, well, the gas gauge had a little bit of a problem, so it was a little off. So we happened to run out of gas right there at campus, right there on Cumberland Drive.
Oh, what, UT campus?
Yep, from Bristol. We had made it that far back, and I lived in Maryville at the time.
Marvel.
Blount County.
Marvel.
And
Say it right, Marvel.
And
that's my hometown, bitches.
Car ran out of gas, and all we had was a bottle of vodka. So my buddy and me, he's like panicking. He's like, well, what are you going to do? So we poured the vodka in the tank, and it actually started the car, and we were able to get to a gas station.
What was it, Everclear?
You know, he had bought the vodka, and he had actually, pretty smart idea. You know, he got one of those big bottles of water that you can buy. He poured all the water out. Yeah, he pulled all the water out of the water bottle and filled it full of vodka. Ingenious idea. So you know how you come to a NASCAR race, they let you bring your cooler and your water bottle, and so on. You know, nobody was wiser. So he sat there and nursed that bottle all day long. I mean, it was hot. I mean, it's almost too hot, especially if you're sitting out in the sun. It's just, you know, to sit there and just beer after beer. I mean, it's a little too much. By the way, Bristol's coming up in the Chase.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
How's your old fashioned, by the way?
It's delicious, actually. It's very
it was
good.
made by a professional bartender.
Yes. Anyways,
This guy.
So I like the line, $100 a bottle. You know, a little too much for my
That's
palate.
because you're a newbie.
Well, I understand that.
I think in 6 to 9 months, as you work your way
Should
up.
I put a nipple on that and take it to bed every night?
But I think you'll start, because the thing is, the higher the proof, you have less water in the bottle, so you're getting more of the flavors. Like that. Tell me what you think of that right there. Yes, it's going to be milder on the palate, but I guarantee it doesn't have the flavor and complexity as these higher proof. These are uncut, unfiltered, no water added.
So you're telling me this is 100% pure, huh?
I'm saying it's 100%
pure.
whiskey. Whoa,
It's the good stuff, you know. It's the good stuff. It's
this is watered down to, you know, for your newbies.
Well, I would definitely, you know, I would, you know, again, not for me, but you know, I'm not everybody. I mean, if you like
You're
something
brand new. Like this is high.
No, I've been drinking for years.
You've been drinking, but not like a high proof shit. Like this, you know, high octane.
Well,
shit.
what's next week? Moonshine?
Nah, we ain't doing that.
You know, or maybe we can go out in the backyard and brew up a batch of something.
Don't be telling about my stuff.
I got turpentine, and you know, we got gasoline.
But no, I want to go back.
Diesel oil, and
we got a little bit of time because we're in the second round. I know you don't care about it, but I want to tell my story. I want to finish. I want to give some love to my family. So Mamie,
my Manny?
No, my Mamie.
Oh, Mammy.
Manny.
I thought you were talking about Manny,
mother.
my buddy Manny.
Oh, Manny.
Yeah, we play poker.
Yeah, I know.
So
no, Mamie. No.
You said Manny. M-A-N-N-Y.
She was worse
Or
than my grandfather.
N-A, or is it Mammy?
Mamie.
Mamie?
M-A-M-I-E.
Mamie, not Manny. Well, you said Manny twice.
Can I tell my story?
I thought you were talking about fucking Manny.
So Mamie, my grandmother, my dad's mother.
What's her first name? Let's call her by her first name.
And that is her first name,
Mamie.
Mamie Watkins.
Oh,
I don't know what her maiden name was, to be honest. But, so, she's a bitch.
Move it along. Come on.
I love her. But she's a teetotaler. Like, literally, like, in the 80s, early 90s, when I was a kid, high school age, whatever. Like, back then, there was still a few 2 or 3 grocery stores that would not sell alcohol, beer, anything. So she would only shop at a grocery store that did not sell
beer?
Alcohol. So she'd shop at like the Piggly Wiggly
or Safeway or one of those places.
And then when we would go out to dinner, like on a Sunday afternoon after church, like we had 2 places we could go to: the Western Sizzler or Ryan's.
Hey, who loves
because they didn't serve alcohol?
Who loved them to Western Sizzler?
But we couldn't go to like
on alcohol.
we couldn't go to Applebee's because they served beer or something. But like, so literally when we would go out to eat, because she would not solicit any business that sold alcohol, whether it's a grocery store or if we went out for a meal on a Sunday afternoon, we had to go to Ryan's or the Western Sizzler because they didn't serve alcohol.
I remember the Western Sizzler.
But my grandfather Eli, salt of the earth. I mean, wonderful man, and loved him to death. He wasn't my biological grandfather, but he was married to Mamie before I was born, so by all intents, he was my grandfather. But I remember even like as a kid, like my little sister, who's 3 years younger than me, shout out to Jennifer, she would sit on Eli's lap in his recliner and take Brill cream and a comb and just sit there and just comb his hair for like 30 minutes to an hour. And he just would sit there and let her do that, and
that's kind of
I know she enjoyed it. He probably enjoyed it more than she did. Like, no, it was.
Is that things that old people would do?
What do you mean?
So what are you going to tell me? Are you going to try to brush my hair after?
No.
Are you sure? I have great hair. I have strong hair.
You do have good hair.
I do have strong hair.
I mean, I have good hair. I mean, we're very fortunate in that regard. Anyways, we're way off on a tangent. We're gonna wrap this video up. Hey, on the Bookers, we're gonna rank them.
Can I just go ahead and say, I'm just sitting here looking at the Bookers line online, and I've gotten on to him about this. Don't read off your cell phone, but I am going to read off my cell phone.
Well, I heard the Country Ham is really, really good.
Well, it says here, with the current MSRP of $60 and often found on shelves for less, most fans would probably describe it as an expensive, but it's still good for the value for the money.
Good value. It's starting to creep up there where it's not as good of value as it once was. But
well, it says Booker's Bourbon is one of the small batch bourbons produced by the Jim Beam Distilleries, which is owned by Beam Satori, a subsidiary of Satori Holdings of Osaka, Japan. Oh.
Well, see, what happened was, I don't know the exact time frame, but when
so bourbon, this is Japanese beer.
No, this is true American. But when bourbon,
but it's owned by a Japanese company.
Yes, when bourbon was down in the 80s or 90s,
guys, you sold out to the Japanese, really?
Yeah, okay. They did. I mean, it's kind of sad. It was a sign of the times, but
yeah, I like Bimjean. Bimjean is good.
But so our final ranking, is going to be our number 1 bottle of this is the Pigskin, followed by Beatin Bisquits. And that was in 2019.
See, this is what
the
happens,
rest of them,
this is what happens, Granny. He starts doing. We do these tastings, and in the beginning, look at his paper. His paper looks somewhat organized at the beginning, and as he gets through these tastings, at the end, it's just a cluster at the bottom.
It's not. So we're going to go Pigskin, Beatin, Granny,
Pigskin, yes.
And then we're going to go Tagalong, and then we got 2 more.
There were 6 of them. A, B, C, D, E, F.
Tagalong.
Yeah.
Donahoe's is last.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't.
And so that makes Granny's 5th. So our final ranking is the best one is Pigskin. Hell yeah, kick off to the football season. Yep. Second is going to be Beatin Biscuits. Third, Granny's Batch. Fourth, the latest one, Tagalong. Oh, I got Granny's on there twice.
It should be called Drag Along. I thought that was kind of funny,
Pig, Beatin, Tagalong.
Rag Along.
Donahoe's, Granny's. Oh, well, I'll take that back. We're gonna rate Donahoe last, Granny's, and then we're gonna put Boston Batch right there. All right, there we go. So 1 is Pig, 2 is Beatin, 3 is Granny, 4 is Tagalong.
Are you sure you got this right?
No. 5 is Boston Batch.
Yeah.
And then the last one is Donahoe, because that. Don't buy the Donahoe.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend. I mean, you know, if you want a good hard-hitting bourbon,
The Donahoe is not good.
I mean, if you want a good hard-hitting bourbon, this would be the line. This would be the line to go to. I mean, you know, if you've had a bad day in the office, this is definitely going to get you through. Probably, you know.
Which one's that? That's Tagalong. That's the latest one.
Yeah. Well. Anyways.
Actually, was at a local liquor store this afternoon. They had 6 on the shelf at the Tagalong.
So it's not a big seller.
No, it is. It's, you know, whatever. I think we're done for tonight.
I think so too.
And we're gonna wrap this up. Hey, Bourbon Quest, we love you guys.
Thank you for having me.
Hit that subscribe button.
Like button.
Smash that like button.
Yep.
And we're gonna continue to get better.
Feedback, hey guys, and leave your feedback and comments.
Yeah, let us know what
we're trying to make this better. I'm trying to, you know, get him to speed it up, move it on. You know, this guy obviously is a work in progress. You know, tonight wasn't. Today
it was alright.
Today was not as bad as yesterday.
Yeah, well, I mean, yesterday went off the rails. But anyways, thanks for coming in. Hit subscribe.
Thank you for everything, guys.
Smash that like button. Share it on Facebook with your friends. I promise you,
hey, and
we
remember,
got some great things coming.
Yeah,
I'm gonna work on trying to do some editing and some
yeah, he just releases
shit.
Everything. So
but I have limited time. I'm a busy man, and then stay tuned for that November the 12th Eric Church.
Hey,
all right, that's a wrap.
Be kind to each other and love each other. God bless. Take care.